I want to say on behalf of the African People's Socialist Party that it is really important to understand what this struggle is about. Because what happened to George Floyd, what happened to Breonna Taylor, what happened to Ahmaud Arbery when two white vigilantes took it upon themselves to publicly lynch that brother did not happen simply because of the ideas in white people's heads. It happens as a consequence of black people not having power over our own lives. And so the struggle has to be against colonialism. And that means reparations. So when I say reparations, you say now. Reparation! Now! Reparation! Now! Reparation!
Now! And I'm going to be brief. And my message is primarily for white people like myself. We have to face the facts. What happened to George Floyd? What happened to Breonna Taylor? What happened to Ahmaud Arbery? What happens to black people and indigenous people and Mexican people in this country at the hands of the police, at the hands of the Border Patrol, at the hands of ordinary white civilians every single day? That does not happen to white people. There is not one America, there are two Americas. There is the America that we as white people take for granted. The ability to have a family, get a job, go to college, buy a house. The American dream. That is an American nightmare for African people in this country. On the other side of our white lives, making our lives possible, is a system built on the enslavement of African people, on the genocide against the indigenous people of this land. There would be no America if white people had not left Europe, if we had not invaded Africa, enslaved Africans, forced African people to work for hundreds of years for nothing. And we are not George Floyd. And to the extent that we refuse to do something, we are Derek Chauvin. We are no different. Because when that man put his boot on the neck of George Floyd, he did that to protect a social system that feeds and nourishes white people. And we have to reject that. So we have to go beyond unlearning our racism. How do I prove to black people that I have unlearned my racism? Do I take a test and pass and prove that I unlearned? What does it do to change the ideas in my head? Would that have stopped that cop from killing that black man? Would that have stopped those two white men from picking up rifles and getting in the back of a pickup truck and chasing down Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia? No, it's not enough to change the ideas in our heads. Colonialism must be destroyed. You can't think your way out of this one. We have to take action, and we have to do more than protest white people. I've seen white people out there in demonstrations, linking arms, standing between the black community and the police, and I say, right on. And when the protests end, we need to continue to do that every single day. And finally, we must take a stand for reparations to the black community. There is not a dollar or cent that I have or that any white person has that is not drenched in the blood of 600 years of slavery. All of it. You want to know, well, how much are we talking? All of it. Every last dollar in the U.S. Treasury, the trillions they gave to the banks, it all needs to go back to the black community. The science, the art, the genius, the talent, the knowledge that white people have stolen, it must go back into the hands of the black community. When African people have power, this will never happen again. When there is black community control of the police, this will never happen again. When there is self-determination like the Black Power Blueprint Project, this will never happen again. So white people, we have to do our part. Join the Uhuru Solidarity Movement. Work under the leadership of the Black Revolution. Come to our meeting on Monday night. We have organizers, we can sign you up. Director Akile is going to be speaking, and we're going to talk about how we can keep this resistance going. riots, and I don't like the looting. Excuse me, I'll tell you what looting looks like. Looting looks like a white man with a briefcase and a suit and tie. So we stand in solidarity with the African resistance, and we say solidarity, not charity, reparations now.